So it is January 9th, 9:33 p.m. I have been holding her so much. I don't know why I didn't think to really record us together, but here she is. Oh look, a little ass. Oh my goodness. Doing well. Beautiful. She was just cooing and I almost broke into tears just listening to her. I'm watching a movie on my phone, but there's that yawn again. Every time I get to recording, I get into yawning, but I think she hears me talking because those little eyes are fluttering and moving. Oh my goodness. Baby talk doesn't stop, but we're just in here. She's been doing pretty good. She started bottles, I think, like I mentioned a few days ago now. And the very first bottle, she took 9 cc's. The second time we tried it, she took 7 cc's. The third time, she took 8, and this is over the course of the days. And then earlier today, well, yeah, way earlier today, like right after morning, she took 3, but she was like really tired and not really feeling it. But about a couple hours ago, I attempted the bottle again. The nurses let me try it out, and she took 14. So that is great. That is a massive improvement. She's doing so good. She sucks on a pacifier. She's getting accustomed slowly but surely to the bottles, and I'm really hoping that we can make that a full-time thing because I would love to get these tubes out of her, get this feeding tube out of her nose, because she doesn't even like it. She tries to pull it out all the time. So yeah, that's what the plan is. So sorry that you guys have to ignore my stiff hair. But I'm so sorry that you guys have to listen to me and watch me yawning every video. I don't know what it is. It never happens until I hit the record button. So I don't know what goes on when that happens. But goodness. I'm so sorry if you can hear the background, because if you could hear the TV, because if you heard that, you're probably like, what in the hell is going on? Seeing was even worse. It's a lot going on in the world today, and it just makes me nervous, especially being a mother. That makes me really nervous. But I'm gonna go ahead and end. Okay, I'm gonna go. I love you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Tell that machine stop talking to us. Cause you are fine. Yes, you are with all that hair. Yeah. So, I think the last recording I did, I was holding her. I don't quite remember what day it was. Oh, my hair looks terrible. I don't quite remember what day it was, but it is December, not December. It is January 11th at 8:36 p.m. and great news. Simone, I don't think I ever officially said her name on the channel, but since it already kind of slipped out, her name is Simona. So Simona is officially in the 3 pound range. Yesterday she weighed in at 2 pounds 15 ounces, and today she weighs 3 pounds 0.3 ounces. Keep looking over because she's over there. But the convenience of being here means I don't have to just import pictures and videos. I can just take you over to her and we can look at her together. Let's see, I'll give you guys a little top view. So she's sleeping peacefully. She is getting a feed right now. So this is the little thing that they use to feed her. This is the milk. It goes through this tube, which is in her right nostril now, because she was a little fidgety with the left one, but it was in her left for a week, and they switched it out weekly, so they moved it over to her right. And like I said, it was in her throat prior, but she pulled it out because she's a little grabber. She doesn't leave it alone. It says she has 12 minutes left of the feed, and she's taking 25 milliliters right now. Earlier, her bottle that I gave her, she took 10 cc's, which is still good. She was wide awake for it. She was suckling strong, took 10 cc's, and then she started to get tired and she KO'd. Little mouth wasn't even opening anymore. She was way too tired for it. So I went ahead and just let her rest, and the nurse came and switched the rest of the milk over to the tube, and then they finished it up through that way, which is the usual protocol for whatever she doesn't finish. And then yesterday, or last night / this morning, my baby she's gotten into a habit of getting up later in the night / early morning. So the motherhood thing is starting to feel just a little bit more real. For the last couple nights, she gets her last feed at 11:30, and then after that, like, she's on a 3-hour schedule, so her next one will be at 2:30, and she wakes up at like 1-ish. Oh, she's fidgeting and kicking and stretching. Oh my goodness. But she wakes up at 1-ish. I cannot stop looking at her. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try to focus on you guys, but I'm so infatuated with her. But she wakes up at 1-ish, and then she's up crying and crying and crying. I would get up, go over to her. It's not a video of mine if the famous yawn doesn't come out. But I will get up and go over to her because, normally around that time I am asleep, but her cry wakes me up. And then a lot of times when she cries or she gets really upset, her heart rate will rise. And once it goes past 200, the machine starts dinging, just like it would if her heart rate drops or if her oxygen is a little low and not matching up. It'll also start beeping, all the usual alerts. So that wakes me up too. So if it's not her crying, which almost always, I know my baby's crying at this point, and I don't know, I think I've always kind of been a light sleeper, so, hearing her anyway is enough to wake me up. But when the machine starts going off, I'm definitely up, and I'll go over to her, give her the pacifier, and then come lay back down because I'm usually so exhausted, and she'll be okay for like 2-3 minutes, and then she'll wake up again. Well, she doesn't go back to sleep, but I'm assuming like the pacifier, something falls out of her mouth, or she pulls it out because her little fingers, like her fingers rest on her mouth, and her nose, or like close to her face almost always. So she pulls it out, or it comes out, and she starts crying again. She gets so upset, and I really think it's because it gets close to her 2:30 feed. I feel like she knows her schedule just a little bit, because the times that she's up most are the times where she's getting ready for another feed. So she gets up because she knows she's hungry and she is waiting for that food. So last night when she did that, it was like, I don't know when she woke up exactly, but I know when I looked at the time, I was already near her, and it was like 1:30, 1:40 when I just said, okay, let me just get the nurse in so I can hold her up until her feed was coming up. I actually think that was the night before last, because like I said, she's been doing this a couple days. But last night, I know for a fact, whatever the case is, she had another bottle. I bottle fed her again that morning, at whatever point that she was really whining and stuff, and it was time for her next feed. So aging up on 2:30, or a little bit after 2:30, I fed her, and she took 16 cc's. So she did so good. She took a lot that go around. I think that is the most she has ever taken. It was, I think the lady said 26 in there potentially, and she took 16. So she took a great deal of the milk. She had just about finished the, okay, no, I'm thinking two different things. 25 milliliters is what she's on, so not 26 milliliters, but she took 16 cc's, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then that is okay too. It's a lot of stuff that I'm still learning, having a NICU baby. This is still new to me. I never thought that I would be in a hospital room with my child for 2 weeks, 2+ weeks now. She's 2 weeks and 4 days. Yeah, oh my goodness, time is going by so quick. She's gonna be 3 weeks old on Friday. Not that that's a sad thing, but like, time is going by so quick, and it's stressing me out because I don't know what I'm gonna do about work. Like, I'm getting stressed out. But everything has been great. That was mainly the reason why I wanted to turn on this camera, to tell you guys that she's officially 3 pounds and 0.3 ounces. Yesterday it said she was 1335 grams, and she's already made it up to 1370. They said she can get moved to a crib, or when they move the babies to a crib, they want to have them at least 1,500 grams. So I looked it up on Google, and so sorry about my ugly nails too, but Google said that is around 3 pounds and 3 ounces. So she is on her way there. I'm hoping in like a week she'll be in a crib, and that's just like a max guesstimation. I feel like she's gonna be there, like I think she's gonna be 1,500 grams before a week is out, but I'm pretty sure there might be some other things they want to make sure is strained out before she gets moved to a crib, because that is a open space, open bedding. It's not like the isolate where all the glasses are up on it. It is literally like the same thing you see if you were to give birth to a normal, healthy baby, like a full-term child. If you were to give birth to a full-term child who's perfectly fine, and they are like in the recovery room with you, and they have the little bassinet that's next to them, that's what she'll be getting moved over to. And I think they said when she gets over to the crib, she will also be able to start wearing clothes. So I've got to get some clothes for her, because I do not have not one preemie outfit at all. And it's not like I'll even be able to see the clothes, because when they're in the crib, they're mostly swaddled. So obviously I won't be able to see the clothes because she's going to be wrapped up in a blanket, but I would love to get it just to keep her warm because I don't think it's going to be like they're swaddling her naked like they do when they take her out for me to hold her. So I need to bring some outfits in. I think that'll be great for her, and she's going to be coming up on it really soon. So I need to go find some clothes that's going to fit her little bitty body and all that good stuff. She's still in micro preemie diapers. Oh, I changed her diaper a little while ago for the very first time. That is her feeding machine. I was just about to say it's gonna go off one more time. That means that her feed has dropped down to like 4 minutes and 40-ish seconds. And then it's gonna go off again when she reaches 0. So I'm gonna make this quick because I don't want you guys to hear that, even though I can turn it off myself. I want to make sure I finish this clip before we get to that point, so you guys won't be annoyed by that. But I changed her diaper earlier for the first time. I was going to do it a day or two ago. I had everything laid out and ready because the diaper just looked full, and technically it was. And then I noticed she had poop because I could see the brown on the little crinkle part that's to the side. And I was just so ready. I had everything out. I was prepared. And then I opened up the diaper and I saw how much poop it was. And I was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was not ready. So that didn't work out. I paced around for a little bit. I talked to God. I was just trying to convince myself that I had that, like, I'm like, this is your child, you can do it. And I could not do it. So I called a nurse and we tackled that together. And I played a role in that because I held her hand so she would not touch herself and get her little fingers dirty. But just a little while ago, I was able to tackle it myself. The diaper was once again puffy. I thought that she was just really wet. And then I got around to opening up the diaper. And of course, there was poop again. So they saved the wet diapers so they can weigh them and get like an output on what is coming out from what she digests. But since she had poop, once I finished that up, I was able to just throw it away. And I was so ready for them to weigh that diaper because I was just like, this is going to be a good one for them. And I wanted to know what that was going to be like. But didn't get the opportunity to because she had peed and pooped. So we can't use the diapers where she does both. You can only use the diapers where she's done number 1, which is to wet the diaper. So that is a little update on everything, I guess. I'm gonna pump. I don't even remember when I pumped last, but I'm gonna pump. I think I'm gonna take a shower first. I'm gonna take a shower and then I'm going to pump. And I'm gonna take that milk up front. And then I'll probably get comfortable and just lay down because I have a feeling she's going to be up again tonight. So this video is going to go ahead and get posted, which, like I said, I'm supposed to be recording throughout the day and then give you guys that final entry at the end. But my life has just been a little hectic. So you're going to see that last clip from the day I was holding her, which I don't know what day it was. We'll see. We'll see whenever we get around to it, because I announce the date and the time every time I start the video. Crap, I talked too long because that's the final beeping. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys for watching. Please stay along for the journey. I would love to have you here so we can watch our little girl grow, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye.